Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all drip ecosystem related projects. And in today's video, we had a VC AMA. It actually wasn't an AMA because he didn't answer questions, so it was an AMA. It was done in the Telegram chat. Ray streamed it, and I'm going to give you the updates. As always, shouts out to Wonder Woman for putting this together. So I have copied and pasted this because it's just easier for me to go through it on an actual Google Sheet. But these are the updates. I'm going to skip all the stuff that we've kind of already known. So there was a few new things dropped. And then going back over his main thing, which took up a lot of the time in the beginning, is just him expressing the verifiable randomness and the fact that these games are fair and on chain and all that stuff. And I think that's great. I would do a poll or question if people actually understand how to check that. Myself, I've never actually gone to Chainlink to look at these Oracle calls and how that actually works. And I have a feeling the majority of people are in the exact same boat. So it's great that he has this mind to put this stuff out there. But as I've mentioned before, most people aren't looking under the hood. They just want the easiest and simplest means to transact and potentially make some money. So he covered a lot of that in great detail. And the biggest update now is, you have the games tab. I think we talked about that before, but you can basically come over here and this RTP on this highlight is returned to player. So basically 98% of all of the money being generated goes to the player, and the house has a 2% edge, and that is verifiable on Chainlink. I will go into that and figure out how that works, but as of right now, no clue, right? But I do enjoy or do like what they've done. And again, what I mentioned before, this is proof of concept that when the focus gets back on drip, that he has indeed upped his game in regards to delivery and streamlining things and innovation and the teams and stuff that he has. We still have the issues with delays, but this speaks for itself that he has indeed improved. And I mentioned that before, that those skill sets are necessary as a platform and a ecosystem continue to evolve. The developers and the people in charge and the teams have to evolve as well. And this is proof of concept for sure. So I'm definitely excited for what's to come for the drip ecosystem side. But let's just get into these notes. So another one of the big things he mentioned is that the new referral system, I already dropped that with that tease from Stun Up Breezy. So basically you will be able to sell or trade your downlines, and they're considering implementing it on Piggy Plinko. It hasn't been confirmed yet. They will have a discussion tomorrow to see how that will work. Verifiable randomness. Yep, we talked about the delays and how the calls are being done on the back end so that the person playing doesn't have any delay on their side. He also talked about the Chainlink treasury, basically, or the VRF treasury, so that they will have enough link in the treasury to cover those VRF calls. Pig mode, we talked about that already. Breakbacks, reloads. Yeah, so the big thing, I mentioned this before, that's going to make this popular is if he can indeed tap into that influencer market. So there's, the 30,000 to 50,000 individual drip / Animal Farm users, but getting into those gamers is going to be key. And as you guys know, we've been showcasing, marketing is 100% where that's necessary. It doesn't matter how great your idea is, how innovative it is, or anything. If you can't get it to the people that want to use it, and you can't explain it to them in a way that makes them understand how it makes their life better to use it in a simple way, your product will fail on the shelf as many others. Marketing is 100% necessary. And you can also see in tons of areas in retail where a inferior product outperforms a superior product due to marketing. That's all it's about. So it's great, again, that we have Forex putting together the superior products, but it's going to come down to how well can he convey that and how well can the team convey that to get people to adopt it. That's the missing link, and that's what we've seen in the lack of adoption in crypto as a whole. Scratchy was asked about, so that's a separate team, so it's still being built. We haven't heard any updates on that or anything, but I guess right now the big focus is Piggy Plinko, and then he said after this he's going to roll straight into Texas Hold'em. So I believe, I forgot now how many different teams he has, but there's the Scratchy team, there's the Drip team, and then I guess this would be considered the Animal Farm team. So theoretically, we should still have these things coming forward soon. Don't know exactly when. So he did mention that we'll have the AMA with Drip tomorrow. I won't be tuning in for that live, but I'll catch it afterwards because that will be, I think, 3 a.m. my time. And I like to listen to it at 2.5 to 3x, so I'll catch it afterwards. When launched, they asked about that again. He said that he will have a launch date or an announcement date by the end of March. So he still has 8 days left to give us a launch date that will be pushed into the future. And as that launch date is announced, then that means theoretically everything is 100% done. Couple good questions from the Telegram. Do you have to be an Animal Farm to play? The answer is no. It's going to be its own standalone game, and I think eventually there will be this separate, like right now it's a tab, but it could be its own domain where it's like games.animalfarm.app or something like that. So you can just go straight to that. Right now it's a subdomain, but it could be its own name, just like this is defi.animalfarm.app. So it could be literally its own thing as all these other, what sounds like now casino style games are coming. So Texas Hold'em and Piggy Plinko. So that's cool. Will the Pancake Swap V3 syrup pools affect Animal Farm? No, he said that they're in constant contact now, and the way they made the old pools, they will be able to migrate pretty easily. So what'll happen if something happens where they cut emissions again, all he would have to do with the team is they would actually just create another staking pool, and then there would be like a migrate from here to here. So let's just say there's another Wrap BNB BUSD pool. It would show up and it would just say migrate. And then once all those funds are migrated, they would just turn that little visual cue off. So it should be a lot easier and less painful than we had before. So there's that information about Texas Hold'em coming up. Single asset lending still being worked on. Don't know if that's another team or who that is, but I guess that's still worked on in the background. Somebody asked a good question about BUSD, and basically he said that BUSD is a non-issue, and essentially helped people understand why it is the strongest stablecoin, and the fact that Paxos no longer is minting it is actually a good thing, and that it's kind of contained or separate and locked with those the allocations that they currently have on chain. So Binance will continue to support it. And if something happens in the future, I'm sure Binance will come up with its own stablecoin or version thereof, because they are indeed the largest exchange in the world. And Coinbase now has a Wells notice. So, and the CEO has had to sell some shares to fight that Wells notice. So we'll see what happens with these other exchanges. The US, with this current legislation and people in charge, they are going to regulate themselves out of the crypto space, but hopefully in another election, somebody will pick up the pieces. Or what I see happening right now in the US is that individual states look like they might be going rogue. So there is nothing to worry about. Crypto adoption is coming regardless. It just might make it a little more complicated for our US based friends with VPNs, or maybe they have to move to another state or something. We don't know, but it can't be stopped at this stage. And that's the good thing about what Binance is doing and all these other exchanges globally as well. All right, so that is the updates. Just wanted to keep it focused on the Pigpen, Animal Farm, Piggy Plinko specifically, I guess. And yeah, you know the drill. Hope it provides value. If it did, smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real-world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.